Hello, I, Dr. Manu Batra, leader in Department of Public Health Industry of Surendra Dental College and Research Institute, Sri Ganganagar. I will be discussing about a topic, sampling methods. The outline of today's lecture would be the introduction, terminologies, sampling methods, the merits of sampling, limitations, summary, and the related differences. Coming up to sampling. Sampling is a procedure by which some members of a given population are selected as representatives of the entire population. Now the big question arises, why do we need sampling? Why not to study everyone? Sampling helps to make our work more cost effective. It reduces the time, manpower, and human error. Now, there are certain definitions and certain terms that we should be acquainted with. First is the population or the target population. It is a group of individuals to whom an investigator wants to conclude his study results. Then the sampling frame. It is a list of containing all sampling units, example, the registers, the census list, telephone directory, and etc. Out of this sampling frame comes out the sample. It is a group of sampling units that forms a part of population, generally selected so as to be representative of the population whose variables are under the study. Now, there are certain ideal requisites for reliable sample. Representativeness, the sample should be representative of the whole population. It should be efficient. It should be measurable. It should try to cover the whole population, and it should be feasible to collect. Now, the big question is how to select a sample. There are various techniques which are being provided for sampling. Basically, it can be divided into two categories, probability sampling and another is non-probability sampling. It can also be called as random sampling and non-random sampling. Coming to the various sampling methods under probability sampling. The first of all is simple random. Another is systematic random sampling. Then stratified random sampling, multi-stage sampling, multi-phase sampling, and cluster sampling. And under the non-probability sampling head, the purposive sampling, convenience sampling, quota, and the snowball sampling. Now coming to the probability sampling. The first one is simple random sampling. In this, each and every unit of the population has an equal chance to come into the sample. The various methods under this type of sampling method is lottery methods, then table of random numbers, selection from the random numbers, then computer assisted software also generates certain random numbers, and from there the sample can be taken. Coming to systematic random sampling. It is selecting one unit at a random and additional unit at evenly spaced interval. This method is properly used in those cases when a complete list of population from which sample is drawn is available, that we have a finite population. Example is like total population is 100 and for our study we want a sample size of 20. So the sample interval will be 5. And the next step will be the selecting a random number from 1 to 5. Suppose we choose 4. After that, start with 4 and take every fifth unit, like 9, then 14, and so on. Coming to stratified random sampling. It divides the population into various strata and then select a suitable sample from it. Next is cluster sampling, used when the population is heterogeneous, vast, and scattered over a wide area and forms natural groups or clusters such as village, wards, school children, etc. Another is area sampling, in which clusters happen to be geographical subdivisions. It is called as area sampling, like dividing a city into wards. This is an example of area sampling. The next is multi-stage sampling. Sampling procedures carried out in several stages using random sampling techniques. In multi-stage, the total population is divided into certain stages selected. Then out of those selective, the next level, we further select certain set of population. Like in this example, if you want to have some survey in India level, then we will divide, as we know that it is divided into several states, we will select certain states. Out of those states, we will figure out certain districts, and from districts, we will reach to certain villages. This is multi-stage sampling. The next one is multi-phase. It is a type of a method, type of a sampling method in which part of information is collected from the whole sample and a part from the subsample. It is less costly and less laborious and more purposeful. Now, the another angle of the sampling, that is the non-probability sampling. The first one is purposive sampling. It is also known as deliberate or judgment sampling. Researchers pick subjects based on specific characteristics and research which requires small sample size. In that type of studies, the purposive sampling is conducted. The next one is quota sampling. It is pre-planned number of subjects in specified categories are sampled. Example, gender-wise, 100 women, 100 men for certain public opinion studies. This is an example of quota sampling. Then comes the convenience sampling. In this, the subjects are selected on the basis of availability used in pilot studies, mainly in qualitative research. Another interesting type of sampling is snowball sampling. In the first stage of snowball sampling, a few subjects who meet certain selection criteria are identified, tested, and interviewed. In the second stage, these subjects are asked to identify others who have the requisite characteristics. This process of chain referral or snowballing is continued until an adequate sample size is obtained. So, what are the merits of sampling? It is less expensive, less time consuming, more reliable results, and more detailed information can be retrieved. What are the limitations? It can sometimes be misleading if not properly planned and executed, not suitable if the information is required from each and every unit. If the sample size is overlarge, it may have expensive and more time consuming. So in summarizing the sampling, there are certain key points on sampling. The first of all is sample. It is a subset of population, which is representative of a population. Type of sampling broadly classified as random and non-random. So thank you very much.